Good evening. It is Thursday, August 28th, 2025, and coming to you from Lonely Tree Media headquarters in Tacoma, Washington. This is the Best Slam Sports Show. I'm your host, David Lamb. With me is my son, Parker. Say hello, Parker.
Hello, Parker.
Yeah. Thursday night crowd that decided they didn't need to see the second opening night of college football.
Wasn't there a game yesterday?
Or third opening? I don't know. I mean, but it started on Saturday, right?
Do you keep saying, like, oh, it's the fifth opening night? Oh, it's the 160th opening night.
Well, you can't. I mean, I'm still going to. College football, you cannot have week 0. There's no such thing. It is week 1 or it's not. There is no.
I like the week 0 people because they get an extra bye week.
Like, well, that's true if you play that first week.
Yeah, if you play in the week
in
0,
Hawaii,
you have a third bye on your season. So, yeah, it's kind of quirky. I found out that most teams take their bye like in the first 3 weeks. Like one of their 2 byes is in the first 3 weeks of the season. I didn't realize that. I thought most people didn't do that, but
so big news coming out of the NFL today in that Micah Parsons is now a Green Bay Packer.
You should have seen this text thread that I was a part of about it. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Bunch of Packers fans were like, yeah, our defense is stacked. And I'm like, it'll be great. This is going to be so clutch in helping you grab that 3rd seed in the NFC North.
Yeah, you guys are still far down the line.
Have fun in the wild card.
Yeah, you're going to be just like Detroit, complaining that, oh, well, the seeding is bad because da-da-da-da-da. Well, you got to win your division, dude.
If Caleb Williams plays during the regular season, like he played during preseason, and yes, it's preseason, the Bears will probably be the new Vikings of this year, because I expect the Vikings to regress under McCarthy. Is it McCarthy or McCarthy?
McCarthy. McCarthy's the quarterback, isn't it? Or McCarthy's the quarterback? McCarthy's that's a great question. I think it's McCarthy.
I'm talking about the quarterback for.
Oh, you're talking about
the
quarterback. Quarterback is McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy. Yeah. I kept wanting to call him McCarty, and I don't know why, but yeah, I expect them to regress a little bit under him. Sam Darnold played out of his mind last year for that team.
He was,
well, it's because he's trying. He knew that like they just drafted a first rounder. He was on borrowed time, and he made the absolute most of it.
Yeah, but you don't see that very often. Let's be fair. You don't see a guy who just gets pulled in because, oh my God, my number 1 went down. What am I doing now? So they pull this guy in, and all of a sudden he's the guy, right? And he's good. Really, really good.
Well, let's also be real. How often does a team draft a QB number 1 and then he misses the entire season? And number 2, how often is that backup behind him? Pretty recently, has been a starting quarterback around.
I feel like Minnesota's done that a couple times. Didn't Teddy Bridgewater go down? Like,
oh yeah,
with a knee injury in training camp or something.
A really bad one. Yeah.
After they drafted him.
But he'd already been on the team for a couple years.
Had he? I don't remember. I just remember him being the guy, and he went down.
It was in August of 2016 is when he had it. Is when he sustained his injury.
Okay.
And he was drafted. Sorry about that burp. In 2014.
So he had 2 years under his belt. Had he been?
He played 2014 and 15, and then got hurt in 16.
Okay.
So yeah. So he had been their quarterback for a little bit.
But I'm just saying, Minnesota's got this thing where they put a guy in and he's out for a season.
It seems fair. I've never seen a situation like that where because they signed Sam Darnold. Like, he wasn't just a practice squad. They signed him.
Yeah.
And then drafted JJ McCarthy. And it was like, what are you planning on doing? It was like it was parallel to Michael Penix being drafted after they signed Kirk Cousins.
It was almost like they knew it was going to happen.
It was almost like they knew
right?
he was hurt.
That something was going to happen. Anyway, Micah Parsons, 4-year, $188 million contract. Because you can't play on $150 million. You just can't. You can't live like that.
Do you know?
So
Wait, is that a quote from
no,
Any Given Sunday?
kind of. But I mean,
No, no,
no,
it's a quote from The Replacements.
no, is
It's
it?
Martell in the locker room. He goes, "I know 100 million sounds like a lot
Oh,
of
I
money,
wasn't even thinking of
but
that.
I got lawyer fees, I got agent fees,
Yeah,
I
that's
got
fair.
house." And this other guy goes, "Do you know what insurance costs on a Ferrari?"
Yeah, you just can't. Well, the difference was Tyson Bagent, right?
Tyson
Quarterback.
Bagent, I
Bagent.
think is what it is.
Maybe he
Yeah,
pronounces it Bagent. He, well, he signed a extension, right,
yeah,
with the Bears, right? 2 years,
and he
like
had a hell of a preseason.
it was like 2 years, $10 million, right?
Yeah,
That was the extension that he signed, and he cried. He was literally crying at the press conference. They were talking about it, and he was like,
right.
you know how many people I can help with this. And the difference is, you got people like, and he didn't say it. Micah Parsons didn't say it. I don't think there was somebody else, and I'm trying to remember who the quote was, but they literally said, I can't play for that amount of money. And I'm like,
Yeah,
there's the difference between the two people. One of them is like, dude, there's so many people that are gonna be happy that I have $10 million and I can give them money and I can help them. And he's like, oh, but I wouldn't play for $5 million a year. Why would I do that? I'm like,
here's the difference, though, and I'm going to defend a little bit on the other side.
okay,
A great example is James Cook just signed a 4-year, $48 million deal.
okay,
That's a running back, right? Whose
okay,
job is to take hits.
mm-hmm,
He's getting paid $48 million, which is what Micah Parsons gets paid a year to hit running backs.
right,
Both of those positions have short lifespans. They are not team-oriented positions. Micah Parsons is a pass rusher and a run stopper. He's not a coverage defender. He's probably okay at it. James Cook gets the ball and he runs to the end zone.
yeah,
Right? It's not about doing too much else. He might have to do a little bit of pass protection, but usually you sub in another guy for that. Those guys are selfish by nature because of their role. Their role isn't to be a great big team player. However, a quarterback's role is much different.
yeah,
Much different. They have to manage a lot, and they have to be a big team player in a lot of ways. Marcus Mariota probably was too much of a team player, and it cost him his career. And there are other guys who were not enough of a team player, and it cost them their career. And then you have the perfect balance guys. So I just think that a quarterback who doesn't get hit much, because they protect him a lot.
yeah,
They don't get hit much. They don't have to. Tyson Bagent isn't a scrambling quarterback, so he's not going to run much.
no,
They're $10 million's a lot for a guy to just you're paying him to think mostly and act a little bit. But those other guys, like, hey, I need you to drop your head and potentially risk never walking again every single time you go on the field. They require a little more every time.
okay. I hear what you're saying, but you're also in an inflated economy in the NFL, right?
Oh yeah,
Let's
yeah. They're paying ridiculous amounts of money to
right.
people for no reason.
It's entertainment, right? And that's what we're paying for, is to be entertained, right? That's why you're paying $200 to go watch a football game. It's
A little bit, yeah.
it's expensive because they're passing. It's just like anything. They're passing that on to you, right? Well, we got to pay the
Sure.
salaries. So how am I going to pay the salary if I don't get ticket money, ticket revenue? We got to have revenue. We got to have jersey sales. We got to have all this stuff, right? So jerseys that you used to be able to buy once upon a time for $50 are not $50. They're $100, right? And so the money keeps going up. The amount of money you're paying players keeps going up. The ticket prices keep going up, and so no one plays for $1 million anymore.
Right.
No one. I mean, there may be some guys out there, but what's the league min? What's the league minimum for a guy, for a defensive end or a linebacker? I guess Micah Parsons might be officially trained. I don't know, what is he? Defensive? Is he defensive
He's
lineman?
technically Micah Parsons is a linebacker.
He's a linebacker.
He's more a linebacker than most people.
Okay, we'll call him that.
Like Von Miller was a linebacker too, but Von Miller was not a linebacker.
Right.
That sort of thing.
Right.
But Micah Parsons is more of one, but he still does mostly pass rushing. But okay, to your point though, like the NFL ticket prices over the last since 2018, they've raised $20. The average, the
Okay.
league average,
Gotcha.
$20. Since 2006, they've raised $60.
Okay. Then how come it?
So there's a big jumps in there at times. This year to
Yeah.
last year, or this only goes to 2023, 2006 to 2023. So 2022 to 2023 was a $9 jump in average. But the year before was $2. The year before that was $3. The year before that was $2. The year before that was $2. Like this year's had that year, 2022 to 2023, had a substantially larger jump. You could say that's because of the reduced revenue during COVID, and they're just trying to recuperate it. But I haven't been able to find one that kind of lists it through 2025. But apparently it's only gone up 8.6% total since 2000 or so. It's not a crazy rise relative to other things. A car has gone up 40% relative, like an F-150 in 2005 versus an F-150 in 2020. Crazy.
I will tell you, it's certain cars, not all cars. So you're going to have your average is going to be weird, just like this average, like you're saying, is whatever the dollars is, 9 or 3 or whatever. Yeah. It's because certain seats went way up, right? And not all the seats went up at all. Some of the seats didn't go up at all. So if I raise this if I don't
level,
if I don't do anything with these 99 seats, and I raise this one seat $300, our average is quite a bit, right? $3 a seat.
Right. Yeah.
But I only raised the price on one seat. And the reason I say that is we bought a Volkswagen Jetta in 2011, right?
Yeah.
For $22,000. Do you know how much a Volkswagen Jetta is right now to go out and buy one similar car?
28, 30,
$24,000.
Oh shit, that's not as bad as I thought.
I
thought it was gonna be much higher than that.
It's not. It almost hasn't gone up, is what I'm getting at. In 14 years, the price of the Jetta is the same price basically. And
but the F-150,
because it's in demand. Everybody wants an F-150.
Well, I would argue that it's more people need an F-150. Like there's probably more F-150s on the road in a pure work capacity than there are Jettas on the road in a pure recreation capacity.
Yeah, you're right. But
there's 20 F-150s at every construction site.
Agreed. But there's also people that buy them that don't need them, and there's
sure.
There's no reason to have it. I live in the city and I strut around town, but I don't need a Ford F-150, but I have one. What for?
There's a lot. I live next to an Air Force base. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of cars you don't need.
Well, that's true.
There's a Mustang RTR, which is a 600 horsepower Mustang.
Military
that
guys
has track specs and has no need on a roadway.
But military guys are a little different. If you live around a military base, you're going to see that because military guys have expendable income. Because they're getting their food paid for, they're getting their housing paid for, they're getting their clothing paid for to go to work, their work clothes are paid for. All that stuff is already paid for. So guess what?
But
they have a lot of extra money.
But justifying the why becomes another tier to it. Doesn't matter why. It's an irrelevant car for your functions.
Agreed.
You've chosen an irrelevant car. The same way as somebody who doesn't have expendable income but still gets one. They have both committed a dumb decision and bought something they didn't need.
Agreed.
But an F-150 used to be, you could go buy a batch of F-150s, like 4 or 5 of them. I watched this interview the other day with a guy who does car sales and things like that. He's been doing them for like 40 years. He bought a bunch of work F-150s. They were about $18,500 a piece. And then now the base model F-150 is over $40,000.
Some of that's COVID related. Too.
Some of it is, but they were also $35,000 before COVID.
Agreed. COVID inflated a lot of prices like that because there was a huge demand. There was the same amount of demand for cars, but they didn't have any. And then also when they started releasing them, they raised the price of them.
Well, the thing is that car sales slowed, but they didn't slow enough to make them drastically reduce prices.
Right. You would have had to cut the demand.
And then it's just the same argument with like gas is like. Gas got spiked up during the Iraq War, right? So like 2003, 4, 5, whatever it was. That's when it jumped to like $150, $2, $2.50.
Yep.
It never came back down below $150.
Well, that was
even though we in theory had more things and whatever, and it was better, but the price never came back down. And then we had a hurricane, and then
Yeah.
it went up to around $4 a gallon,
That's
and it never came fully back.
that's big oil price gouging you.
But that's also big, big car. That's a weird way to say that. Big auto manufacturer, big
It
whatever.
is a big
They
car.
all do the same things. They can charge 30,000 in F-150
Well, the difference,
because people need them.
agreed, but
Yeah.
the only difference I see in that is the oil companies could have kept their prices where they were. There was no reason to raise them. There was absolutely not a shortage of gasoline. They just decided that we could make a shortage. We could create a demand,
Yeah.
right?
Little
Okay.
panic goes a long way.
But the car companies couldn't get workers to work to make a car. That's different.
Well, that's not true. So there
Well,
was
the
the lumber industry is a better way to think about what you're saying. The lumber industry couldn't. The mills were shut down,
right.
but the auto plants were some of the first things to reopen. But they
Agreed.
couldn't get the parts
Well, there you go. But you
from
couldn't make a
other
car.
countries.
Right. You can't make a car
So
if you
you
don't
had a
have
bunch of
all
auto
the
workers producing 20 cars a day, whereas they used to produce, 200.
right.
And that's what the issue was.
That's
so
a
people
that's a
were
little
working with
that's a
not
little
that
bit
much.
different in
Yeah.
terms of what one group was controlling the flow of the item. The other one was trying to get the item out, but they just couldn't. And that's a little bit different.
Kind of one of the things, and then we can move on. You
Yeah.
know the company Weyerhaeuser or Weyerhaeuser?
Yeah, Weyerhaeuser.
They make wood.
Yeah.
So they're one of our biggest. They were one of the biggest suppliers to Oregon. They had a factory, a mill in Oregon. And at this mill, there was I think it was 120 employees. And
Yeah.
so during COVID happened, and this mill's in a very red area, so they were like, screw that, we're gonna keep working. So they kept working. 15 employees died in a month. Another 100 were hospitalized.
Yeah.
5 of them escaped it, and then so they had to shut down the mill entirely.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have anybody to do the work. Like that's kind of more what you're talking about. They just straight didn't have anybody.
You can't produce anything.
And next thing you know, the entire lumber industry starts charging 2, 3, 4, 5 times the price. A 4x8 of plywood tripled in price in 2 days.
Yeah.
And it was because it wasn't being made, and you didn't know when it was gonna be made. So, but yeah, wild time to be alive. How did we get here?
We were talking about money and paying people a lot of money.
The exorbitant cost. Yeah, in the NFL they just pay people crazy.
It's a
volumes.
stupid amount of money. Yeah.
$48 million a year. Like that's ridiculous.
Pretty dumb. Yeah.
Like in 4 or 5 years, you can buy a fairly large stake in another protein.
And it's not even baseball money. You're not even making baseball money.
I know, and they do so much less work, and none of them are at risk, except for the pitcher of like severe life limb injury.
Yeah, there's
and the pitcher's only because that crap gets rocketed back at him, and he ain't ready for it.
So let's move away. I wasn't intending to talk about Micah Parsons that long, but it is what it is. Formula One news, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple of drivers for the Cadillac team. It looks like.
If that's their car, like I've seen,
no, it's just
if that's their car, I do not want it.
It's just a picture. That was an ugly picture, but maybe it's just a.
No, I've seen this picture before. I think it's a mock-up that they did or someone did, but don't do that. Is all I'm saying. Don't do that.
Well,
it's wrong.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to, because nobody has a yellow car anymore, right? Once Renault
First of all,
was gone.
it's a Cadillac. It needs to be champagne or beige. Period.
It needs to be something your dad would buy, right?
If that interior isn't like hand stitched Napa leather,
wood,
like what are we doing?
The steering wheel has got wood with leather.
A great idea.
Leather cover. It's got a. Yeah, I don't think so.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah. Gold-plated controls. I don't
chrome rims.
Yeah. Anyway, Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez are gonna be your Cadillac team starting next year when they become the 11th team. It's gonna be weird, right? Seeing 22 cars.
I want to say yes, but honestly, when the race starts, I'm only looking at the front.
That's a good point.
So maybe not.
That's a good point. These might be the best that I've seen. They're the best number 2 men that I've seen, but they were also behind Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. So that could have helped them be number 2, but also number 2 helps number 1 because we've seen what Max has done without a solid number 2. Oh, I had to say it. But yeah, he's hasn't been nearly as effective, right? And their team definitely not going to win a title unless you got 2 good drivers. But yeah, these are 2 good drivers. I don't think Sergio Perez is washed up. I don't think that he just had a little bit of a bad run. I don't think Bottas. I don't think he got a fair shake, to be honest with you.
He really didn't. No, because once George Russell came along, they kind of just
pushed him
kicked
out.
him to the curb.
Yeah. But he's cool.
And that was right when the car started having issues because of the regulation changes, 2020 or was that 2022? I think. Yeah. So
I'm looking forward to those guys, to that. And
I'm gonna root for them. I'm hoping when I go to Vegas this weekend that there's some Cadillac like hats.
Oh yeah,
I'd buy a Cadillac F1 team hat like today. I'd do it.
Have to see that.
I'm still McLaren, but I'll buy one of those hats. I'll root.
The Heineken Dutch Grand Prix is this weekend in Zandvoort. Starting tomorrow is free practice. Is that right? Yeah, tomorrow has practice 1, 2. Saturday has qualifying. And if you want to watch free practice 3, it's on at 2:30 in the morning on Saturday. Just FYI.
Yikes.
Yeah, negative. But qualifying is at 6 a.m. on Saturday. The race is 6 a.m. on Sunday. So 70 laps around one of the shortest tracks. Yeah, should be exciting. I'm glad they're back. The long delay after the 2 races that was after the short delay was weird. I just don't like that. I don't think it's weird. Why don't you smash the whole break together, right? Don't take a gap and have 2 races. Just have your races and then take a 5-week off or whatever, right? A regular summer break or whatever you want to call it. But it's weird to me. But hey, it is what it is, and they're back. So there's still 10 races or whatever. I think it's 10 or 11. Anyway, there's a lot of racing to go.
Something like that.
Not that it will matter. McLaren's going to win everything. So there's a
it does seem
alert.
That way.
So all right. Also, from the guys that make uniforms, rivalry uniforms are out. Well, at least they're showing us these, right? I mean, is these a definite done deal?
Yes.
Okay, so they're gonna have these starting this year.
These are for a select set of rivalry games this year.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
So they will only be worn one time this year, and I'm assuming it's when Seattle goes to play. Seattle's going to play LA, so which means that it's Cardinals at 49ers, and then it's going to be Bills at. I think it's Bills at New England.
It could be right.
No,
it can't be right.
That can't be right. Yeah, that
well,
can't be right.
Problem is if you're looking at this thing, the Jets are black, the Dolphins are navy blue, and then the Patriots are blue. You could have Jets Patriots black and blue like that, but I don't think they'd let that on the field like that. I feel like one of these has got to change a little. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, of these uniforms,
I think New England's wearing theirs at Miami.
That would be weird, right?
Because it says December. Oh no, Jets. Oh, the Jets are playing Miami in black versus blue because it says December football at Miami. Okay, so it looks like Miami and the Jets are not wearing them while they play each other.
Oh.
But all of these other teams seem to be.
So it's rivalry, but not for Miami anymore.
Oh wait, hold on.
I
have the full schedule right here.
Yeah.
Cardinals are wearing theirs when they play at the Seahawks. Seahawks are wearing normal jerseys.
Oh, I see.
Dolphins are wearing theirs when they play at the Jets. Bills are wearing theirs when they play at the Patriots. Patriots are wearing theirs when they play at the Jets. Rams are wearing theirs when they play at the Seahawks. Jets are wearing theirs when they play at the Dolphins. And then the Seahawks are wearing theirs when they play at the Rams. And the 49ers are wearing theirs when they play at the Seahawks. Wow, the Seahawks are going to get these 3 rivalry jerseys this year.
That'd be pretty cool.
At the Seahawks. The Cardinals, the Rams, and the 49ers are all wearing theirs at the Seahawks.
That'd be neat.
But I saw them today. They're kind of wild.
Yeah, there's some interestingness there. The Rams going with black is an interesting.
I think it's kind of cool.
It's not bad. The Niners are okay, but they still going with that old number scheme.
Yeah,
I think it needs to be updated if you're going to change to black.
Well, if you're going to do something dynamic,
right?
Do it dynamic. This feels like half dynamic.
Right, and so I don't mind Buffalo's solid white if you're going to go white out.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's kind of boring.
It needs a little flash of red.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah, you're right. If like Buffalo was written in red or the Nike swooshes were red,
Or
like
maybe
just a little pop.
or maybe just like the face mask is red.
Yeah.
And just something to give it a little but solid white.
Or
It's the whole point. The white is a what do they call it? Cold front uniform or
cold
something?
front.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty cool. Anyway, I don't mind them. I don't like Miami's. I'm a Miami fan. I don't like the navy blue. I just go black,
It's strange. Yeah, I would have just gone black
but it's
with it
part of it's
too.
not, I get it, it's part of their colors, but the Jets aren't using any of their colors, which are just green and white,
They're using well, so officially the Jets are
silver.
green, white, black, silver,
Oh,
gray.
well, I
And so
mean,
they're technically using some of them, but their green that they're using is like another interpretation of their Gotham green.
yeah, I saw inside the collars where it says Gotham City
Gotham
football.
City. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been doing that for the remember when they changed their green helmets to kind of like a darker green a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Those were called Gotham green helmets. So that's
It's
been kind of like their whole mantra for a
It's
while.
all right. It's okay. I mean, it's all right.
The Arizona jerseys look like they got caught in that sandstorm. What is it, the Haboob?
The Haboob. It's our special Haboob jerseys.
What do you think about the Seahawks ones?
It's okay. I mean, it's different.
It's the most loud of all of them, I
Well,
think. Like the most like truly like what the hell am I looking at?
I think Seattle has that now under their belt, right? Because of the green that they've been using occasionally, the
Well,
frickin'
yeah, and when yeah,
neon
and then when they
color.
switched to this style of jersey they have now with the weird like I don't know, their current style jersey, it was very strange when it came out.
Right, it was different.
And so that they kind of do that. But I told you on the phone, it kind of looks like duck jerseys.
They do.
They kind of got little wing-looking things on the shoulders, and yeah, I get they're a bird, but their helmets are an iridescent blue. Oh,
one of my coworkers is a Seahawks fan, and he was saying look like the Ducks, and I was like, yeah, they do.
Yeah,
So,
I think, and I do
fun.
like that they have like all the 12s written inside of the numbers.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I don't know.
cool.
They're pretty cool.
It'll be interesting. We'll see them when they get on the field, see how it looks. You know what I mean? That's when you get a good feel for it.
To that point, Buffalo is wearing their whiteout jerseys against New England in October. Ugh. Why are we not wearing these in December when it's snowing?
Because you won't be able to see your damn receivers.
I don't give a shit.
Well, you don't, but Josh Allen might.
Well, but
I was looking
everything.
downfield. All I saw was snow. I just threw it in that general direction because it was white. I'm just saying.
Watch. They're gonna wear an all-white jersey on the road this year, late in the season, and not this one. And you're gonna be like, "See, this is exactly why they shouldn't do this."
17 interceptions later.
Well, do you remember last year's Bills snow game where it ended up being like 200 rushing yards per team and like 50 passing?
Yeah, because no one wants to throw the ball. Yeah.
No one wanted to throw the ball. No one could see anything. Yeah.
And if you throw it hard, it's just a rock at that point. When it gets really cold, the ball
there was a bunch of drops.
Oof, becomes this hard, slippery rock. Anyway, all right, we're moving on. More NFL. You ready?
Yep.
NFL. We're talking about the NFC this week. We talked about the AFC last week. We're talking about the NFC this week. I got a question for you. Here's question 1. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Which of or let me go through the teams individually. Are they going to progress, get better, stay the same, or get worse? All right, you ready? We're going to talk about them as they come up here in just a second. So there's the Philadelphia Eagles.
Stay the same, give or take.
They were 14-3 last year.
I'd say they'll be still around 12, 13 wins because that division, I don't picture. I know it's going to come up. I don't picture Washington Commanders doing too much more, and the Cowboys suck. And I mean, is there another team? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. There's another team in that division. Yeah, they're not doing anything. So
the Giants. The Giants are going to have the best defense in the NFC, but they're not going to have any offense, I don't think. But that's okay. Maybe. Their defensive line is going to be crazy good. But give it a minute. Anyway,
but
all right.
Eagles stay the same.
Okay, Eagles stay the same. The Atlanta Falcons, they were 8-9 last year.
They'll be better with Penix leading. I didn't like that they brought in a recently torn Achilles. I say recently, like a rehabbed Achilles. Old man Kirk Cousins to be the leader of their team. It didn't make sense then, and I am no Michael Penix fan because he's a Washington guy, so he's got one more year of hate from me before I start giving him any credit. But
Kirk Cousins still statistically one of the best quarterbacks to ever play NFL football. Just FYI.
He is the definition of when you say like, hey, do you like Kirk Cousins? Like, yeah, he's solid.
He's
Like
solid.
that's exactly it's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Like, does he blow your mind? No. Is he
No.
Josh Allen? No. Do they? I mean, technically, Jalen Hurts is not a fantastic quarterback, but for whatever reason, he's got a little bit of that it factor. Kirk Cousins has no it factor, so it's just not there.
He's a safe bet.
He's a safe bet. He's the guy you settle with.
Yeah.
But no, I think that they'll be better.
The Seattle Seahawks, 10-7 last year.
It has nothing to do with the Seattle Seahawks. Are the Rams going to step up?
Okay.
Are the Cardinals going to step up? Are the 49ers going to step up? Because if they step up, then the Seahawks will step back.
This is why you have the crystal ball. You have to figure that out. What do you got? Is the Seahawks going to be better or worse than last year? Better than 10 wins?
I don't think Sam Darnold's the answer to anyone's solution.
Question.
Right?
Yeah.
So with that, but he has K9, Cooper Kupp, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yeah. He's got Torrey Horton, who I think is going to be one of the breakout rookies of the year, like without a doubt. He's got all these pieces. They got that Arroyo kid at tight end. He could be good without him being that good.
Yeah.
So what did they have last year? 8 wins? 9
10.
wins?
They were 10-7.
They had 10 wins?
They were 10-7, yep, and they finished just behind the Rams. The Rams ended up winning the division.
That's right, because the Rams beat them. Yeah, cameras.
Yep.
I'm gonna say they get better because I think the 49ers are gonna go backwards. I don't see what the Cardinals have going for them. It's the most unattractive team in sports.
Before you say that too much, the 49ers were 6-11 last year.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. They can't go too far back.
Yeah. They lost 2 defensive starters, 1 offensive starter, and they didn't replace them with anyone wildly significant.
Agreed. Okay.
Although they did have a ton of injury issues. But I think the 49ers will be more like closer to the same point, which means that it gives these guys a window to win, because I think they split with the 49ers last year. This gives them a chance to win them both.
Okay.
So
one more.
Yeah, better.
Washington Commanders, 12-5 last year.
They added not McLaurin, Deebo Samuel. That's the offensive piece that the 49ers lost. They also added a running back. Did they? Either way, because they still have Austin Eckler. That's right.
Yeah, Austin Eckler's the do everything back, but they've got other. Hang on, I don't have it pulled up.
They got McNichols, and they got this guy Krosky Merritt, and they have another guy named Rodriguez Jr.
Krosky Merritt's supposed to be pretty good. Pretty good rookie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rookies. So I think they'll be about the same. First, second round playoff team.
Okay.
Like kind of falling out where they are. They could lose an extra game in here and there because they had a handful of wins last year that were like you shouldn't have won that game. The one where the Bears guy was celebrating in the end zone on the Hail Mary instead of playing the Hail Mary.
Yeah,
things like that.
He didn't do that well. He didn't do that well.
Yeah, they had a couple of those games. Now Jaden Daniels was great last year, better than you could have expected, and I can't imagine he's going to take any major steps back. But yeah, I think they beat the Eagles in December.
They won 8 one-score games last year.
8 one-score games. Yeah. So if they drop 2 of those, they start potentially not being a playoff team.
Right.
So I'm gonna say they stay about the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna call them even. I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down.
I remember it. That'll be good.
That's right. We gotta have to remember it. All right. So more likely to make the playoffs this year because they missed the playoffs last year. The Dallas Cowboys, the Atlanta Falcons, the Arizona Cardinals, or the San Francisco 49ers, who you already said were going to take a step back, so we can just take them out. But Dallas was 7-10. Atlanta was 8-9. Arizona was 8-9.
It's the Atlanta Falcons. So the Cardinals, I think the Seahawks are getting better, and I think the Rams are going to be about the same. So they've got nowhere to go, right? Even if the 49ers are back, they've got nowhere to go. The Cowboys, they just lost Micah Parsons. They're an ownership nightmare. Like, they can't figure anything out. Dak Prescott gets hurt every year. Like, great. And even if you manage to figure all that crap out and Jerry Jones shuts up and his knees hold up, you have to go face the tush push twice.
Oh, they can't do that anymore, right?
No, they can.
Oh, can they? I thought
Yeah,
we
it
were.
wasn't
I thought we got rid of the tush push.
No. It was approved. Or it was what's it called? They declined to prevent it. So you have to go face those guys twice, who are going to be about the same. They didn't lose much at all, right? And they have one of the best secondaries and defenses in the league.
Yeah.
So even at your best case, you have to deal with them. And then Washington, who I said will stay about the same, is a problem for you.
All right.
So I think it's going to be the Falcons because their division is the weakest of all three.
Okay.
And there's just the most chance of some craziness.
Okay, I got you. And you already said they were going to move forward in the first segment, so perfect. First question. So
I have a perfect thread going here.
All right. Which one of these three teams tanks for a quarterback? I'm not saying they're going to. I'm just saying they could. New Orleans, who clearly needs quarterback. The New York Giants, who have a quarterback, sort of.
The New York Football Giants,
right? Or the Carolina Panthers, who are underachieving with the quarterback they have. So those three teams, which one of those teams do you think would be most likely to say, you know what, screw it, let's just, if we lose if we start losing, let's just keep losing.
I think I don't think any team goes into the season thinking we have to tank.
Right.
But if you find yourself 1-4, 1-5, you go, whatever.
Right.
But the Panthers can't tank yet. It would look so obviously bad, like they made a mistake.
Think so?
And they still have that same GM who drafted Bryce Young. So he can't quite bail on this just yet. Like they could just lose and be bad, but I don't think they're gonna tank.
Carolina was 5-12 last year.
Yeah, they were really bad. The Giants think they've found their way a little bit, and defensively they've been pretty solid for a while. I don't think they're going to even attempt to tank.
If the Giants double their win total from last year, they'll have 6.
I mean, that's we call it progress.
Would we? Would we call it progress?
We would.
Okay.
The Saints, on the other hand, just made the dumbest decision they could make and named Spencer Rattler their starting quarterback instead of Tyler Shuck, the guy they just drafted, who had, statistically speaking, a better preseason. You literally looked the numbers in the face and said, I like that guy better. Follow-up
question. The best quarterback on the New Orleans Saints team is going to be Kellen Moore. The head coach.
That's an interesting way to think about it because he didn't have a very good NFL career.
No, but he might be the best one that's still there.
I'd say the most successful NFL quarterback on the New Orleans Saints roster he plays what? Joker, tight end. What's his name?
He's not. Is he? He gets hurt too.
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, he gets hurt too much.
Yeah, but
you know
I mean,
that
guy's thrown like 15 playoff touchdowns or some crap like that. Like he's got a crazy stat.
And I mean, when he's in the game, you have to cover him, right? You've got to But
he can catch as good as Travis Kelce. He's not as fast as any real receiver, but like he can catch as good as anyone. He can run as good as like a quarter of the running backs.
Yeah, he puts his head down pretty good.
And he can throw the ball as good as most people.
Because that's what he did.
He's a problem when he's on the field. You just can't trust anything.
All right.
But I think the Saints are going to tank because I think they want Arch Manning to complete the football narrative of the Mannings come home to New Orleans.
Oh, yeah, well,
It's a whole freaking thing.
Although, if you got another Manning to play in New York for the Giants, they had a Manning.
I know.
There's a couple options there. Maybe Indianapolis will tank because,
Arch needs to bury his head in the sand and try just beating Ohio State first.
Yeah, let's get through week 1.
Let's get through week.
All right. Which one of these three teams misses the playoffs? They were playoff teams last year. Green Bay, who finished 11-6. Tampa Bay, who finished 10-7, and the Rams, who finished 10-7.
You're saying which one makes the playoffs?
Which one misses the play? These are 3 playoff teams from last year. Which one misses the playoffs?
The most likely to miss it is the Packers, right? And I get that they had like 10 or 11 wins, whatever it was last year, but I just feel like that team, I mean, yes, they got Micah Parsons. We get it. But I don't think I don't trust the Jordan Love experiment. I don't trust, Josh Jacobs. I feel like they don't have a lot of depth, and that they're a strong breeze away from being, not competitive. I think Tampa's the same team that they were last year. They still have a 1,000-yard receiver. They get some guys healthy. Like, I think they're going to be fine. Baker Mayfield's playing the best football of his career. And then the Rams are the Rams. Even if they're not better than you, like, actually, they'll scheme to be better than you.
Yeah.
And that wins them games. But they did get better. They actually got better. Blake Corum is actually going to be able to run the ball this year because he's healthy. They got DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know if that helps him or Devontae Adams. Sorry, Devontae Adams. I don't know if that helps him a ton, but you can't not cover Devontae Adams down the field. So
no, that's true.
There's one guy in a safety going that way every time. So they're going to scheme their way to being better than you. Yes, they lost Cooper Kupp, but Puka Nacua was essentially doing the same things. So as long as he doesn't let all his baby mama drama affect him, he should be
fine. When has that ever caused anybody trouble? No,
famous last word.
Right? The Green Bay, by the way, was 5-5 in 1-score games last year. So that's a lot of well, they could win 5 extra games, and also they could lose 5 extra
or
games.
they could lose 5 extra games. Yeah. And the question is whether you like, if you were to tell me, oh, Philly was 5-5 in 1-score games, I go, they're teetering towards winning 5 more 1-score games. I don't feel that way about the Packers. I feel like they probably should have lost a couple of those. And they probably would again.
And Tampa was 2-5 in 1-score games. Of their 7 losses,
they got crushed by the Broncos in week 3.
Yeah, but 5 of the games were 1 score. So they lost to Baltimore by 10, and they lost to Denver by 19. Everything else was within 1 score. So they were right there.
And that's a massive step up from where they were the year before, which was a punchline.
Right.
And they did it wearing those ugly creamsicle uniforms.
I like the creamsicle uniforms.
They're cool, but they are objectively ugly.
You just wear them once a year so that the 50-year-olds can go, yeah, I remember those.
It reminds me of, like, it's funny. I was talking with somebody the other day about Tennessee, and they were like, I have a bunch of Tennessee gear, but it's almost all black with orange. And they were like, oh, you don't have any orange Tennessee stuff. And I was like, yeah, because orange is a terrible color on just about anyone.
It don't look good with my skin tone.
Help you, and it's the same thing with the Bucks. That's a bad looking color.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Prediction number 1: who wins the NFC West?
I'm gonna go Seahawks this year.
You think it's Seattle?
I think that they got a new coordinator. They stopped blaming their problems on the other guy. They fired him. They brought in a new guy.
How many?
Clint Kubiak.
How many wins?
I think this is where it'll be like not a great division, like 11 or 12. I don't think it's gonna be a fantastic division to win, but 11 or 12. Yeah. Okay.
Well, the Rams won it with 10, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Question number 2: who wins the NFC South?
I have no reason to believe it won't be Tampa. And I say 11 wins. No, I'll go 12 wins with them. I'll bump them up 1.
Okay. All right. Perfect. And I would have gone with Tampa too. I don't think I'd go with Seattle. I still think I would go with the Rams until Seattle proves they can win.
They're a tough beat. And I'll tell you this. If Sam Darnold comes out the first 2 weeks and throws 8 picks, I reserve the right to change my answer.
All right, that's fair. I mean,
but only that he does that bad.
We'll have a lot of Monday morning quarterbacking going on. I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, which one of these 3 guys throws the most touchdown passes this year? They were the top 3 from last year. And it's Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, and Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold's not it.
He threw 35 touchdown passes last year.
Unreal. I have no reason to doubt that Jared Goff will go anywhere but continue to go up.
37 touchdown passes last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jared Goff.
Baker Mayfield threw 41 last year.
That's freaking wild that he did that, isn't it? Do you remember?
It's Mike Evans, right?
Mike Evans was hurt a little bit last year too.
That's true, but he
had some. 41's a lot.
41 touchdowns is a lot of touchdown passes.
That's a lot of touchdowns. And we have shows on tape that say you trash talking Baker.
Well, when he was in Cleveland, I had every right to. Tell me I'm wrong.
You had a right to trash talk Cleveland
Well,
because Cleveland was holding him back.
well, what I'm going to say is that you didn't go to that. You didn't look at that team after they played every week and go, "Well, Baker was great, but the rest of the team sucked."
Well,
You
no,
never. I never said that. Every time I
well,
watched them play, I said, "Yeah, he's not very good either." Their whole team kind of sucks.
what I saw week in and week out was that Baker was trying to win a
Oh,
football
I get
game
it.
despite terrible play calling and mediocre talent surrounding him. And yes, this was the time when he had Amari Cooper and Odell Beckham.
Yep.
Despite having they spent so much money on these auxiliary pieces and didn't focus on like hiring a competent coach and things like that. Like, I mean, the Browns have continued to be the Browns, and Baker has continued to be Baker, except the results are a little different when you change who's around him. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm so happy for him to be good because he was a dick in college, and he got to the NFL, and he was kind of being a little arrogant asshole,
Yeah.
and then he got humbled.
Yeah. He
But
did.
then you watched him, or you were like, all right, he's been humbled enough, and they kept beating the crap out of him.
Yeah.
And you were like, stop, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, help him. Get him an offensive lineman. Oh, you went out and got Odell instead of an offensive lineman? Cool. Oh, you went out and got Amari Cooper instead of an offensive lineman? Cool. Like, they kept doing that crap.
I'll tell you what I'm upset about. I'm upset about the commercials that stopped when he left Cleveland, right?
I'm
the
home.
Yeah, the home commercials. Who was that? Was it State? Not State Farm. Who did that? One of those insurance companies. But somebody, I missed those commercials, and they missed a golden opportunity when he swapped to Tampa to have him in that stadium, saying, "Do you have, you got a new home?" Right? Him fumbling around trying to, where did we put the whatever? Right? Every time you move, right?
It was Progressive Insurance.
Progressive, yeah. Just they missed a golden opportunity to follow him to a new stadium. It's like, you got a new home? We can cover that.
That turnaround from him
Yeah.
in 2 years or 3 years after leaving Cleveland.
But you're going Jared Goff for touchdown passes.
Jared Goff, yeah, I think that he's most likely to have the most. Baker could surprise us again, but I think Jared Goff is your better bet.
All right. Someone other than Saquon Barkley will lead the NFC in rushing.
Ooh.
Yes or no? 2,005 yards last year.
Yes.
You think this will be someone else?
Derek, Bijan.
You think it'll be somebody else? Will lead the NFC. So
I think it'll be somebody else. Yeah, Bijan Robinson's Atlanta. Derek Henry's.
Yeah.
Oh no, I guess he's AFC.
He's AFC.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it'll be someone else in the NFC.
Okay.
I think Bijan's still a good step behind. A good 200-300 yards behind.
Multiple people, when I was studying for fantasy draft, right, said Bijan's your number one pick. And I'm like, really?
They all said that last year too.
I don't think so. Anyway,
they all said to pick Pitts in the first round last year too.
And that was the Pitts. Anyway, so second question: someone other than Justin Jefferson will lead the NFC in receiving yards.
No. Nah.
Well, it's going to be boring. It's going to be boring, which is a duplicate.
Unless JJ McCarthy's a wash and he's not very good, like he's actually bad, Justin Jefferson should still get 1,200 yards. And if he gets 1,200 yards, that puts you at the top tier.
All right.
Of receivers in the league. So, last year was like what, Drake London, Brian Thomas, and then I can't remember who the other guy was. Those were the other big receivers, and I don't picture any of them having a major step forward.
Okay.
So it'll stay the same.
Okay. All right. So this one's not necessarily an NFC question. This is a general question, NFL question. Someone other than a quarterback will win the MVP award this year.
Wait, who won MVP last year?
I think it was Josh Allen.
Over Saquon Barkley is kind of wild in the
right?
hindsight, but Josh Allen was really good.
Yeah. Although everyone was saying Lamar should have, right? Lamar should have won it, maybe.
That's like, there's this like group of people, I don't know who they are, but they have some sort of clout, but they push this narrative about Lamar Jackson every single year, and he is good.
He is.
However, he was not one of the front runners for the MVP in like the last 4 weeks of the season. Yeah, there was a period of time where you start to mention him early in the season, week 5, week 6. You can mention like 5 or 6 guys, and none of them are really off the table. But by week 18, you're talking about 2 dudes, 3 dudes maybe, and he was not one of those guys. It was like T.J. Watt, Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley. Like those are your MVPs.
Well, you think T.J. Watt could win it and get you a defensive guy?
I don't think they want to. I don't think they want it.
Okay.
I think somebody other than a quarterback. I think, yes, it will be somebody other than a quarterback. I think the odds work in my favor.
Well, yeah.
more other players. But I will not be surprised to be wrong.
Okay. By the way, the Ravens were 5-5 in one-score games last year also, all before week 13, before their bye week. After their bye week, they beat the Giants by 21, the Steelers by 17, Houston by 29, and Cleveland by 25.
Jeez.
They became the playoff team that you wanted them to be, but they lost 5 one-score games. And, coincidentally, what was their record? 12-5?
12-5.
Yeah. So they could have been 17-0. Just FYI.
Oh, sure would could have.
They also
Dolphins spark up a cigar.
They also could have been 7-10. But yeah. So anyway, there's that. Just letting you know. So all right. Now it is New York, Houston. Well, Houston's playoff team, right? So New York, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland. Those are 3 non-playoff teams. But they battered Houston 31-2.
Yeah.
Oof. 31-2. Anyway.
All right. Tough break.
All right. I was just checking that. All right. So by the way, only 2 players ever in NFL history, defensive players, have won the MVP award. Did you know that? Aha, you're about to find out, huh? So, one of them's Lawrence Taylor, 1986 with the Giants.
Okay.
The other one was Alan Page, who won it in 1971 with the Vikings. Now,
classic Alan Page.
Now, let me just tell you about Alan Page. Alan Page later became a Minnesota Supreme Court justice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in the. Yeah, he led Notre Dame to a national title in 1966. The year in 1970 when he won the MVP award. I have it right here. I do. He had 1971. He had 9 sacks, 109 tackles, 3 fumble recoveries, 2 safeties in 14 games.
Huh.
Yeah. So, and then the next year he just had 10.5 sacks and an interception and 7 fumble recoveries and a touchdown. Or the previous year, sorry, 1970 when he didn't win MVP. He was a force. But anyway, there you go. That's your
interesting.
That's your NFL trivia. That's all I got for the NFL today. We're going to move on quick. We got to go through college football questions. We got college football starting right now, by the way. And if you're looking at the college football scores, I just want to say, sorry, Boise State.
That'll happen.
They were down 31-7. I didn't see the final score. I'm trying to find it, but I can't see it. Is it over? It's got to be over. Because it was fourth quarter.
It was on earlier.
It was
today,
fourth quarter with 2 minutes left, and I can't. When they complete a game, they move it to the freaking end of the pile, and I can't see.
34-7 is the final score.
Oh my!
Yeah,
God.
they lost. They got crushed.
Yeah, and they were ranked. That was a ranked team.
No Ashton Genty. I mean, it's 25. Come on.
I know, right? But still.
No Ashton Genty. No problem.
Yeah, Oklahoma State, who's on the Oregon schedule, is struggling with UT Martin. By the way, it's 20-7. When I say struggling, but it's 20. It's UT Martin, and it's 20-7 in the fourth quarter. So it's not exactly like they're crushing a team that's not great. So I just want to let that be known. All right, Nebraska and Cincinnati 6-3 in the second quarter. If you're watching, could be exciting. Wisconsin's only ahead 3-0 late in the second quarter against Miami of Ohio, and Miami of Ohio has the ball. There's a lot of interesting things happen at the beginning of the season. So you never know.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Texas is the best team in the SEC and number 1, or deserving of being number 1 in the preseason rankings, yes or no?
No.
To either question?
To both. They're not the best team in the SEC, and they're not deserving of being the number 1 ranking. They are the cool, attractive-looking new girl in the SEC, and that's it.
Who
doesn't mean they're better? It's Georgia.
It's Georgia. Okay. So
what has Georgia done to prove that they shouldn't be?
Yeah, okay. I mean, all right. And
Yeah.
then, so you think they're the
Texas
best?
has been good for like
Do you,
3 minutes again.
do
Remember
you?
that? They're back.
Yeah, they're back. Do you think Georgia should be number 1 if they're the best team in the SEC?
Uh, Not necessarily, because I think Ohio State's better than both of them.
Okay. All right.
So no, I don't. I do not think that.
All right. Let's move. Second question. Wait, not that button. It's a different button. Penn State can win the Big Ten this year.
No.
They have four. They have 4 Big Ten titles, by the way.
All in the 1950s.
2016. That was the last
Okay.
one. 2008 was a co-champion with Ohio State. 2005 they were a co-champion with Ohio State, and in 1994 when they actually beat Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Yeah. So that's your championship.
No.
So they have won one in 2016 under James Franklin. Just going to say that. However, they lost their big playmaker. They still have 2 great running backs, and who's going to beat Penn State? Drew Aller. So
yeah, the they have no chance. I
Okay.
don't believe it's.
We'll find out.
What's it called? That was the last year of Urban Meyer, I think. I think that was the last year of Urban Meyer, and it
2016?
was
Yeah,
and it was like a chaotic
Yeah.
kind of season with a bunch of Cardale Jones
Yeah, it could have been.
was the quarterback at the time.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
no,
That sounds right.
I could. Yeah, I'm reading it right here. Cardale Jones,
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott. So they had some talent, and things like that. But it was a chaotic last year of Urban Meyer, and that's
Okay.
that's kind of it. Because the next year Urban Meyer was the next year was the year Urban Meyer got fired.
Yep.
So I don't know. Like, no. Like
Okay.
what have you done for me in the last 5 years? Nothing. 6 years? Nothing. 7 years? Nothing. 8 years? Okay, we're getting close to your time frame.
I'm with you. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And they don't deserve to be number 2. Or
No.
Okay. That's what we're saying here. Is that they might be a 10. They're going to be good. This is going to be a good football team. But they got to win
the problem is
you
that
have to win the big game.
None of it should be happening. We shouldn't even be talking about a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 4 or a 5. None of it should matter right now. You're nothing. Penn State could go 0-12, and then putting them at 2 will mean that you were dumb.
That's not what I'm saying.
Before the season started.
What I'm saying,
not you.
No.
I know that's not what you were saying, but what I'm saying is the fact that people are ranked
I
before
agree.
they've even
Absolutely.
played a competitive football game is dumb. So no, they should not be ranked 2. But at their trajectory at the end of the season, they will be 14, 15, 16, somewhere in there.
That's
and that will
what I was
only
trying
be
to
because they're being floated up by the name Penn State and not because of their accomplishments, because they're going to lose to Ohio State. They're going to lose to Oregon. They're going to lose to another team, some random crap team in the middle of all this. They're going to have 3 losses, be 9-3, but be 14th ahead of a bunch of 2-loss teams because they're Penn State. It's a garbage system.
That could be. All right.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking was, should they're going to finish around 10 is what I'm saying. That's probably where they end up being. If their only 2 losses are to Oregon and Ohio State, then they'll probably finish around 10.
Yeah, that's where they finish every year. It's not surprising. They're around 9, 10, 11, 10 to 20, somewhere in that range.
Okay. The following teams, one at a time, will make the college football playoff. Right? That's what you're going to say. Yes or no? They will make the college football playoff. Clemson.
Okay.
Yes?
No.
No. Okay. I couldn't hear you.
No. Miami's a better bet.
Okay. Georgia.
Yes.
Alabama.
No, because of there's a bunch of teams. Alabama, yes.
LSU.
Yes. They'll force them in.
Miami, who you just said.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You mean yes? Okay. You were taking a drink.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
I took a drink or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right. Because I thought
All
was
right.
like I thought that was like a definite yes. Oregon will be the number 2 team in the Big Ten. The number 2 team in the Big Ten will get in.
Yeah, Oregon's, betting it. I mean, basically your whole season is you need to beat Penn State to get highly ranked. You're going to get ranked. I mean, if you go 11-1, and you're only
and our schedule doesn't have a lot else.
Not many options. How many times to? Yeah. Well, Illinois is number 12, but how long will they stay number 12?
Yeah. Sure. Indiana's number 20. Will they be 20 when we get there?
And you got to play at Iowa, which is always a good win because of the defense. So there's some games
They
in
might
there.
be ranked by then.
Yeah.
USC and Washington could both be ranked come the end of the season. It gives them time to
Right.
get a little breath. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see how it goes, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, and this is not a question, but this is just letting you know the toughest schedule in college football is probably LSU. And so for them to make the playoff, they play at number 4 Clemson, right? In week
Sure.
1 here on, I want to say that's on Sunday, maybe it's tomorrow. Or maybe it's on Saturday. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. They play number 15 Florida at home,
Yep.
at number 21 Mississippi, at home against 13 South Carolina, at home against Texas A&M number 19, at number 8 Alabama, and at number 19 Oklahoma. Now, those are all subject to change because those rankings are all going to change. But even forgetting the fact that they're playing 6 SEC teams that are ranked, which is ridiculous because they're ranked too. That's 7, right? But they do play Clemson to start the season, so that's going to be a big test to see who. But it's early, and you play them first because it doesn't matter, honestly. I mean, it only matters when you're comparing them to Clemson at the end of the season.
Correct.
So, yeah. Anyway, but I'm just letting you know that I think that's probably the hardest. That as far as ranked teams, as far as good football teams, we know Oklahoma or Alabama's a good football team. I know that South Carolina is going to be better than they were last year. I don't know about those other 4 SEC teams, but you run out of really good teams to compare. I mean, there aren't that many, honestly. And I know Clemson's going to be pretty good. So
yeah,
there's 3 pretty good football games in there. That's a much harder schedule than like what Oregon has out in front of them. So
Oregon has a very weak schedule as it's currently sitting. But if we were the SEC and we got 8 teams ranked for funsies,
yeah,
it would look a lot better.
Yeah. You're always beating a ranked team every week because they'll drop one out and put another one in.
Ole Miss is 21 because they just really don't want to put Indiana there or something like that. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to play Illinois. They don't want to put one of those teams, Minnesota, there.
Yeah,
but they're the same teams.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So
all right. So let me keep moving. Oregon.
Are they really playing Southeast? Oh, Southeastern Louisiana. It said Southeast SELA, and I was like, are they playing Southeast Los Angeles?
I don't think there is a Southeast Los Angeles. But all right.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Number of wins for Oregon, regular season.
I have no reason to believe, God, and I hate saying this, that we won't be undefeated.
Okay.
We were undefeated last year, right?
Yes. I'm going to say 11.
Yeah.
I think we'll lose to somebody. I don't know who it is, but I think we'll lose to
11 is the safe bet to put some random loss on the books.
Well,
but
the over-under is 10.5.
So well, then, yeah, I'd pound the over.
Yeah, 11. I think 11 is right because I mean, yeah, even if you lose to the one team that's probably going to be ranked ahead of you, that's
Penn State.
Yeah, then you're still.
That's the only game on our schedule that you go, oh no, like you said, Iowa's
just
a bit of a trap
it's on the
game.
road, yeah. Well,
yeah, because it's on the road. If that game's at home, you're not fearing it as much.
And I worry about the Oregon State game because it's the week.
Don't.
It's the week before the Penn State game.
I don't. Well, that's the one of the pre-trap game.
Yeah,
the trap
I don't.
The trap game before the big game.
You're looking ahead, that kind of thing.
Oregon State is not going to be much better than they were.
Okay.
Last year, so I'm not too worried about them. Although I will say, we got surprised. The world got surprised. Remember last year when we played Boise State, and we're like, oh my God, how is it this close? And then they turned out to be a college football playoff team, and they had a Heisman candidate, and you're like, oh, I get why they were this close.
Yeah,
now.
No, it took about 4 weeks. People were just, dogging on Oregon.
Yeah. Like, oh, you barely beat Boise State. And it's like, because they had one of the best running backs in college football history.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, no, I'm not too worried about it. I think if you said undefeated, that's a bold take, but it's not irrational. 11 wins is a much saner take to make, but I'll say undefeated.
All right. Because no one accused you of being sane.
But that's also not me saying that we're going to win a title because
that's different.
You asked me, hey, is Oregon going to go undefeated in the regular season? I go, hell yeah. Are they going to make it all the way? Like, well, probably not.
Probably, yeah. Well, we have a history. We have a history of having issues when we get to a certain level. Colorado, minus Shedeur, minus Travis, minus Shiloh. Right? They lost all
Not that mattered.
Well, I mean, and he's not even in the NFL right now. But that's a whole other thing. Without those guys, are going to be better than the 9-4 they were last year.
Ooh. Here's what I'm going to say. They're going to be better, but they're not going to have a better record.
Okay.
They will be a more complete team. Their wins will look better. They'll be more competitive in most games. Like they had a couple games last year that they just kind of got worked on. Like I don't think that's going to happen as much this year. So they'll be a better team, but I don't think it's necessarily going to mean that they're going to get an extra win in there. So yeah, that's I think that's kind of like half-assing that answer.
It
They
kind
will
of.
be a better team, but their record's not going to reflect that. So if it comes down to the record, no, they will not be a better team, but
All right.
they're going to look better.
Okay. Your current preseason poll, because they haven't put out a new poll yet, but Iowa State's 1-0, just in case out of this, and Kansas State's 0-1. So there's that. But the most overrated team in this poll.
Ooh. I feel pretty comfortable. Do I really want to say it's Penn State?
They're 2 in the AP. Oh, it didn't change. Oh, I just say AP on both sides. Oh, my little thing didn't save. Well, that's a coach's poll on the right and your press poll on the left.
Yeah.
Oregon actually got a first place vote, which I thought was nuts.
I know. There's one Pac-12 fan in there.
There's one guy.
One guy who's left over.
Yeah.
Notre Dame took real steps forward, so I typically I would think that they were overrated.
Yep.
Every year, but they actually looked pretty good last year.
Yep.
Like, so I'm not hating on that. Miami looked better last year. LSU looked a little better last year. Alabama took steps back, but they're ranked like they took steps back from where they were. So that's not crazy. I feel like everyone's getting pretty good representation of where they are, except Penn State and Texas.
Okay.
Like Texas was good. Sure. Should they have had a better break in everything? Maybe, but Penn State's, I'm going to stick with it. Penn State. They're overrated. They are overrated in this poll. People want to make them a thing. They put them ahead of Ohio State. Like, what are you doing? Like, why? Why did we do this? I don't know. I think Penn State's overrated.
Yeah, quite a bit. 12 people voted in the AP poll to have them. 12 more people voted them number 1. By the way, Texas last year, I just want to let this be known. Texas beat number 10 Michigan, although they didn't end up being number 10 Michigan, right? At Michigan early in the year. They beat Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry. Oklahoma had a bad year. They did beat Georgia.
Yep.
They lost to Georgia in the middle of the season. They've lost to Georgia twice last year.
Yes, they did. That's right.
Yeah.
They never overcame the hump.
So the
regular season and playoff, right?
So the the teams that they beat that were ranked were Michigan, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, and Texas A&M. And then of course they beat Clemson and Arizona State in the playoff, which was good. But they barely beat Arizona State. That was lucky.
They should have lost that game.
Yeah.
But do I think they could improve upon that? Yes. So that's why I'm like, maybe they're not terribly overrated, because they were rated high to begin last year too. I think, right? Like preseason last year. Let me take a quick peek. Preseason last year, they were up there, and they were 4th.
Were they?
So to think they went from 4th to 1st from preseason to preseason, that's not an incredibly crazy thing.
No.
Penn State went from 8th to 2nd. That's crazy, because they did nothing.
Who's ranked too low?
Who's ranked too low?
Yeah. One team that's ranked way too low. They should be much higher.
I don't want to be a homer.
Okay.
But Tennessee is ranked pretty darn low.
It's a big disparity too.
18 and 24.
Yeah, that's a weird.
Yeah. It's like people can't. You're not sure what we're looking at here.
Well,
that is specifically the 24 seems kind of low. The 18's a little closer to where I'm.
Oklahoma was a little weird too, because Oklahoma's 18 on one poll and not on the other. That's weird.
Not on the other, yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird.
But they were the first team receiving votes, so basically,
that's true. 26,
18 on 1, 26th on the.
But that's 8 spots too. That's a big jump. That's a long ways. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tennessee has the biggest chance, because I did not believe in Nico last year. He's about to run. What team did he go to? UCLA or USC?
Who? Oh, Emaliavi. He's in
Nico
UCLA.
UCLA. He's about to
Yeah.
run them into the ground.
That
That
could
guy
be.
holds the ball for way too long. He's a freaking menace. He's a problem.
Yeah.
And he was a problem at Tennessee. And I don't think that's Josh Heupel's thing because he had Hendon Hooker the year before, who had no problem getting loose and things like that. But Nico played so upright and so it was boring.
All right.
But they have a much more mobile quarterback this year, so I think that Tennessee's ranked a little low.
All right. We're moving on. You ready?
Yep.
This is your college football trivia. I promised you some trivia questions. Here's your college football trivia. So
Okay.
get ready for it.
Okay.
Get your mind working. So, what is the name of the Clemson football stadium?
It's a two-name stadium. It's got a hyphen. Doak. It's oh my god. It's no, I'm not thinking of the same place. Well, it's Death Valley's what it's a nickname.
That's the nickname.
But
Yeah, for sure.
the field is the Howard Field. What is the name of the stadium?
Because that's Howard's Rock that they rub when they come
Yeah,
in,
because
right?
it's Howard's Rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the name of the? I don't know the name of the stadium. I don't know their stadium's name. I've always just called it Death Valley.
And this is why I put it on here, because I didn't either. So I thought it would be fun. It's Memorial Stadium. It's just Memorial Stadium.
Don't tell me. Oh, it's such a boring.
I
ass
know,
stadium
right?
name.
But it
Memorial
is what it is. So I thought you'd
Stick
like
with
that
Death Valley.
one. Yeah, I mean that's better. All right. Which current Big 12 team has the most conference titles, Big 12 conference titles in football?
Across any conference?
No. In Big 12 titles.
In the Big 12.
Yeah. Which one of these teams
Gotcha.
in the Big 12 has the most Big 12 conference titles in football? There's some you can throw out automatically.
Wait,
right?
hold on, real quick.
Yeah. Did I lose you? It cut out. Whatever happened, it cut out.
So tell me the teams.
Hold on, you're back on. Go ahead.
Oh, I cut out just now?
Yeah, you cut out.
Okay. Yeah. So my Chrome is frozen, so I cannot see the screen. So tell me the teams.
Arizona.
I had made it this far, by the way. Hold on, real quick. It's been frozen for like 20 minutes. I made it this far without having to need to do anything. It's been rainbow wheeling of deathing, so I've been using Safari to look things up when I want to.
Gotcha.
But so Arizona's one.
Arizona State, West Virginia, TCU, Cincinnati, BYU, Central Florida, Houston, Colorado, Utah, Baylor, Kansas, Iowa State, Texas Tech, Kansas State,
Christ.
and Oklahoma State.
Colorado.
No. Colorado's never won a Big 12 title.
Oh, I thought weren't they in the Big 12 then left and then came back?
They were in the Big 8.
Oh.
The old Big 8.
What
changed.
A crappy. And see, this is why I asked right off the bat. I was titles?
But hold on. It's not Arizona State, right? Because they came from the Pac-12, and so Utah and Colorado, right? Okay, I see why you went with Colorado. Central Florida came from somewhere else. Houston came from somewhere else. BYU, Cincinnati, TCU even came from somewhere else. West Virginia came from somewhere else. Baylor, Kansas, Iowa State, Texas Tech, Kansas State, and Oklahoma State are the only ones that have been in the Big 12 for.
I'll go with Kansas State then.
It is Kansas State with two conference titles.
And Oregon beat them the crap out of them one of those years.
Yeah, they did. All right, so there's. I thought you'd like that.
That is a good one.
It's hard when you get all the movement.
Yeah.
All right. Which Big 10 team has the longest losing streak in the history of the conference?
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
No, it's Northwestern.
Oh yeah, they are pretty. I always forget about being a Big Ten school.
Northwestern lost 34 straight games between 79 and 82.
It was before I was born too.
Yeah, and then Rutgers has had a 41 game losing streak against ranked opponents at one point. Just FYI.
That's kind of impressive. Actually.
Yeah, that's a lot of losing. All right, next we gotta move. What school of all the schools has the longest current streak of bowl appearances?
Of bowl appearances. Does that include?
Yeah, college
Does that
football
include?
playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're
Okay.
gonna. That's a bowl game. I mean, if you didn't have that, you'd be in a bowl game. So we have to include it.
It's got to be Alabama.
It is not Alabama. One more guess.
Let's go Oregon then.
It's Georgia.
Yeah, sounds surprising.
28 years.
Yeah. Really?
28 straight years they've been to a bowl game.
Okay.
They also at one point, by the way, had 32 home wins in a row. They had a long streak and then it got broken.
Also, important to note. Can you read? Can you read the question one more time to me?
What school has the longest current streak of bowl appearances?
Okay, so I took that to mean Georgia's got 4 in a year that they win a college football playoff. Is that you hear what I mean? But you meant it by years. How many years?
By years. How many years in a row
streak?
did they go to a playoff? Yeah. Go to a bowl game.
A bowl game. Yeah, that's a fair point. So, because that's why I was like, well, Georgia's had like 3 a year.
Well, that doesn't count. No, not total number of them. Just that if you get to one, that counts for the year.
And that's why I picked Alabama, because I was like, well, Alabama won 3 titles in a 5-year span, and they played 3 games a year in each of those or whatever. It's like I started just trying to do the math, but it was too much. But yeah, years. Okay, Georgia. Okay. Really?
It's Georgia. All right. Here's a stat for you that'll blow your mind. Linfield University from McMinnville, Oregon.
Yes, the Wildcats
has the longest ever streak of winning seasons at any level of college football with 68. 68 consecutive winning seasons.
Interesting.
Yeah. Right? And they're ranked number 15 this year, heading into the season.
Well, it's a private school, for one.
That's true.
So you can be really exclusive about who you let in and things like that. So you can kind of buy your players if you're a private school.
Yeah. Now you can anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you could have.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they've essentially had a fantastic school, because I mean, first of all, you have to spend $80,000 a year to go there. One of my friends' ex-girlfriends went there, and it's about $80,000 a year. So your family has to have money, and it seems like there's a common thread with families that have money, athletics, and things like that. So
all right, moving forward.
Too surprising. Yep.
What conference has the most Heisman Trophy winners?
Pac-12.
It is not the Pac-12.
Oh, I had high hopes.
It's a good choice.
If it's not the Pac-12, Heisman Trophy winners. The SEC has won so many of them. I'm gonna go with the Big 12, actually.
It is not the Big 12 either. So
who is it?
It's the Big 10.
I would not have guessed that.
The Big 10 has 18 Heisman Trophy winners. The SEC has 17.
I'm trying to determine if you're trying to trick me.
Nope. Just straight out. The Pac-12 and the Big 12 both have 12 winners.
Yeah.
And 8 of those for the Pac-12 were from USC.
Yeah, it's not surprising either.
So yeah, and the ACC has 7.
Ooh, wait. Are you reading a list that shows you all of the people?
Not right at the moment. I did.
Can you name all 8?
The USC winners?
Yeah.
Well, are we still counting Reggie Bush?
We are.
O.J. Simpson. Yeah, no, I can't name them all.
Who was the quarterback who won it while he was there? Matt Leinart.
Matt
Leinart.
Matt Leinart won it. Yeah, I can't name you all 8. That goes back to the 70s.
Yeah, you get back a ways. Yep.
Back before I was really watching football. All right, moving on. You ready? Wait. Yep. There's your Big 10 logo again, just for fun. What is the last FBS school alphabetically?
Who? Yale would be a good guess.
FBS. Got to be in the bowl subdivision.
Is Yale not an FBS school?
Yale's not an FBS school. Yale's a championship subdivision. All the Ivy League schools are championship.
So I don't know of any team with a Z for a name, so it would have to be a W, because there's not an X either. So you start getting into Wisconsin. We'll go with Wisconsin.
It's Wyoming.
Oh, I knew there was another
one. You were right there, but
I had the right train of thought.
Give it enough time, and you would have gotten to Josh Allen and the Wyoming Cowboys.
If I would have let it breathe for a few more minutes, I would have got it.
Yeah, you would have. All right. Which FBS school had the highest student enrollment in 2024?
Does that include online?
I think it does. I'm not 100% certain.
If it's
but I think it
listing
does.
more than like 10,000 people,
Oh yeah, it's
then
listing a lot of people. Yeah.
Arizona State.
It is Arizona State.
Yeah, they have a massive online school.
Who's second?
Grand Canyon University.
Well, they're not an FBS school, but yes, if they were, probably would be.
They probably would be bigger than what's it called?
Yeah.
Who's second?
That's tougher. I know.
See. You see these ads all the time. And you're like, oh, that school does that? Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
You don't see the school on those ads.
It's not. Maybe it's USC. Because USC, I mean, if you don't see schools for ads, it's probably a private school. So I'm gonna go with USC.
It is not USC. It's Texas A&M.
Oh, nice. Good for them.
So Arizona State had 80,000 people. Texas A&M had 74,000.
Jesus.
Central Florida 68,000. Ohio State at 60,000, and then Illinois at 56,000. Those are your top five. There's a huge.
Yeah, these include
fast.
digital.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But enrollment's enrollment, right? We're gonna take their money. All right. Well, there's Arizona State. All right. You ready? You're gonna have 30 seconds.
Yeah.
We're gonna put 30 seconds on the clock. I don't have a timer, so. But we're gonna put 30 seconds on the clock, and I want you to tell me where each of these schools is located. The city that the school is located in.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Wake Forest.
Is it in Wake Forest?
You can just say pass if you don't know.
Pass.
Okay.
Wait, no, wait, it's Winston-Salem.
Okay. Yep. Southern Mississippi.
Ooh, pass.
Rutgers.
New Jersey. Oh, is it Paramus?
No.
Jersey City?
No.
I don't know. Pass.
Northwestern.
Chicago.
No. Go ahead. Go on. You want to guess again? Go ahead.
I would say no. It's fine. I'm passing on it. I was like, it's not in Chicago. Okay.
Liberty.
I don't know. Pass.
Coastal Carolina.
Oh, Oh, pass.
Bowling Green.
Is it in Bowling Green?
Which one?
Kentucky.
It's in Ohio.
Oh no, it's in Ohio. Oh, it's across the river.
It's Bowling Green, Ohio. Yeah. Okay. So now to answer your question, the ones you have, yes. So Southern Mississippi is in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Hattiesburg. Okay. I didn't know that one.
Rutgers is in Piscataway, New Jersey. Northwestern is in Evanston, Illinois. Liberty is in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Piscataway is a township.
Yeah, well, it's a town. It's a city. Townships are cities. Everything in New Jersey is a township, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
Coastal Carolina is in Conway, South Carolina.
I knew that, yeah.
It's on the way to Florence if you're going to...
Wait, where did you say Northwestern was?
Evanston, Illinois.
Chicago suburb. Gotcha.
It is.
It's Beaverton versus Portland.
Right, but it's still not the city. They're not in the city limits of Chicago.
I suppose not. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, there you go. So you got 1.5. I'll give you Bowling Green.
Wait, no. Northwestern has it. Oh, maybe it's just there. Maybe there is a Chicago campus.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, there. Okay, I would say me and Cassie walked through Northwestern's campus, and I assumed that was the campus, but it's not.
They got multiple campuses.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Right.
Wow, I sucked at those.
Well, it was not easy. Those were not easy schools.
It's also because you pick schools that are like, oh, it's in New Jersey, but where?
Right.
It's in Carolina, but where?
You could have given me Southern Mississippi and a map of Mississippi, and I wouldn't have been able to tell you.
Yeah.
I would just start listing all the towns in the southern part of Mississippi.
You could have given me a map of Southern Mississippi,
right?
And I still would have been like, I think it's over here
No,
somewhere.
I wouldn't.
That's a good one.
Wouldn't have got that one at all. And just a couple more things for you. The winningest team in terms of wins in college football in the FCS. Or sorry, the FBS. The FBS winningest team, like in terms of total wins ever. Do you know?
Yeah.
If you want to take a guess.
Ever?
Yeah, total wins. College football wins.
Army.
Ever. It's Michigan. With
close.
1,012.
One of those few schools that played in the 30s and 40s.
Yep, and the most losses ever.
Army. No, let's go with most losses ever. A team that's constantly beat up on forever. Let's go with the what are they called? The Generals, the Washington Generals.
Washington Generals would be that would be right if we were talking basketball. But yeah,
No, who is it?
it is Indiana,
Yeah.
715, and then followed by Northwestern at 710. So if Indiana has a good year and Northwestern has a bad year, there's a chance we could watch them swap places. Anyway,
This all directly correlates to not Mississippi, Michigan being good.
right? Yeah, they lose all those games to Michigan and Ohio State.
Yeah.
You know, Ohio State was good,
Yeah.
and Minnesota back in the 30s and 40s was a powerhouse. So,
Oh, I'll
yeah.
bet.
Yeah, back in the day before they threw forward passes. Anyway, all right, we're done. That's it. That's all I got. We took too long, but you know what? I mean, that's why we had to speed through it. But it was fun, and
We didn't take that
we
long.
will talk about college football results next week. That'll be the majority of
Yes.
what we talk about. Is what did we learn from week 1? So
Right.
hold on to your hats for that. It's going to be exciting. There'll be some in-depth analysis. If Oregon blows out Montana State, there will not be as much in-depth analysis. If they get, if it's close or they lose, there will be a lot of hindsight stuff going on.
With us going, this isn't great.
Yeah. It's you want to hear two depressed people? Watch Oregon lose to Montana State.
It's true.
It's just be dead silent. We're just like cancel the show. Anyway, all right. Did you know that the Arizona Bowl was the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl? I'm looking at it right now.
I saw it last year.
He
yeah.
was the sponsor of the Arizona Bowl.
Yeah, he bought a bowl game. It was a whole
my
thing.
God. All right. I didn't even notice that. I didn't
Because
watch it.
they kept telling him he couldn't, and he was like, "The hell, I can't."
Yeah. I'm surprised it wasn't the Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart, the Snoop Stewart Bowl. Anyway, they're busties. I can't
The
believe they
Snoop Stewart Bowl.
didn't do it together. All right, so that's it. That's all we got for today. I want to thank everybody for listening. Like I said, we'll be back next week with, and why my music didn't start playing when I hit the button, I have no idea. But we're just gonna skip it, and we're gonna go with the regular. I want to thank ESPN and Formula One and college football and the NFL, and we're gonna talk about a lot of college football next week. So get ready because it's gonna start. Plus, we'll have a little bit of NFL pre-week 1 things in case any more news comes up, any more Micah Parsons type trades. I don't think that's going to happen, but hey, you never know. So hold on to your hats. We'll talk about all that and more next week on the Best Lamb Sports Show. Thanks for listening. It's been a Brain Brock production, a division of Lonely Tree Media.